In this video I am talking about this brand new Sigma 35mm f2 DGDN contemporary lens. My name is Pat and I'm a professional photographer and filmmaker. On this channel I talk about lenses, cameras and video photography related gear. And if this is something that you are interested in, then please consider subscribing. This is a brand new Sigma lens and it's a part of new premium compact prime lens series. Sigma has already released 45mm f2.8 not long ago, and now they are giving us 3 more in this series. This 35mm f2, 65mm f2 and 24mm f3.5, and they all will be coming of course in E-mount like this one for Sony and L-mount for Panasonic, Sigma and Leica cameras. So I have been shooting with this lens every day for just over a week now and I love it. But before I explain why, I must say massive thanks to Sigma UK for lending me this pre-release copy of this lens. However, I wasn't asked or paid to say anything specific about it, so it is my honest and unbiased opinion about this lens. I must confess I have never actually used a 35mm lens before. I am a hardcore 50mm user, but also I'm not a stranger to 85 and 24mm focal lengths. I didn't really know what to expect, but 35mm just gives you this interesting, in my opinion, perspective. The field of view is nowhere near as tight as 50mm and it is much less restrictive using it indoors or in tight spaces, but it's also nowhere near as wide as 24, but it still gives wide angle of view, but with much less distortion associated with wide angle lenses. I am definitely a fan of 35mm focal length, like instantly. And this lens is just what you would expect from Sigma. Very well made and delivering very high quality images. The sharpness is just spot on, not a surprise there. Superbly sharp edge to edge at smaller apertures and delivering great contrast and color. I love the minimum focusing distance of 27 centimeters as well. It really lets you get in close when you need to, making it more versatile for different types of photography. The bokeh has got bags of character with a tiny bit of swirliness which is present with all the new Sigma lenses. Definitely a plus as it adds more shape to the blurred backgrounds. It is a bit more interesting. Very small amount of chromatic aberration, but as with 85mm art DGDN lens, there's quite a bit of bulging distortion in the middle if you are shooting RAW. These lenses being designed this way. If you shoot JPEG or video with it, all you need to do is switch distortion compensation to auto, and this is sorted for you by the camera. However, if you shoot RAW like me, you'll have to correct it in post. This is not a big problem whatsoever. I have actually created a Lightroom preset for this and I apply it to all my images on import. All images taken with this lens on import to Lightroom. And in my opinion, it doesn't really take away from amazing quality this lens delivers. The distortion could be a problem when shooting RAW video from cameras like Panasonic S series or Sony a7S III, as you would have to fix it manually in post. That could be a little bit more time consuming and more tricky than doing it with the photos, but yeah, again, not a biggie. It is a great choice of lens for video work. Quick autofocus, very sharp, great colors, as expected from Sigma, but its size, look how tiny it is, makes it great for handheld run and gun video shooting. This lens is not stabilized, but if your camera has got IBIS, then handshake shouldn't be much of the issue anyway, the micro handshake. If your camera hasn't got the IBIS, then steady hand, and the fact that it is fairly wide focal length will help to achieve steady enough handheld shots when shooting photos or videos with it. being asked regularly about which music service I use, and I must drop it here that I have just partnered with audio.com for a couple of reasons. Firstly, they have absolutely great choice of music and sound effects all under one roof, but also they have a great price, as you can get a lifetime membership, yes, lifetime, for only one-off payment, when pretty much any other music library that I have ever used before had to pay monthly or annually. If you like to check it out and sign up, there is a Black Friday limited time offer link below this video with the promo code to get the lifetime, yes, lifetime membership for just $199. It's a steal for lifetime supply of music for your video projects, for sure. It is an affiliate link, so by using it and signing up, you'll be helping this channel to grow without any extra cost to you. Okay, let's go back to this review of this Sigma 35mm f2 lens. Let's talk about the build quality. When you think Sigma Art lenses are the top of the range, you think that cheaper contemporary series will be in some way inferior. This isn't a case here at all. This is a fact. This is the smallest Sigma lens that I have ever used. Only 70mm long. It's not feather light, as it is well built, all hard plastic and metal, but it has a bit of weight to it, weighing 325 grams. Still super light comparing to literally any other Sigma lens. What I really love about it is its design. It has got that little bit of a retro look to it. It's not just plastic featureless barrel, but something that has actually been designed with aesthetics in mind. Yeah, kind of cute. Auto manual focus switch, aperture ring, which is not declicked, and the clicks click in very, very firmly. You can set it to auto to be able to control the aperture changes via the camera, or just turn the ring to manually change the aperture, which I am slowly, very slowly getting to be a fan of. I think it is focused by wire, not 100% sure. The focus ring is nice and smooth with just right amount of resistance, and the lens is supporting DMF for fine-tune manual focusing as well. There's a bit of focus breathing, but the focusing is all internal, so lens doesn't extend at all when changing focusing. Ideal for gimbals, for gimbal work, as the weight won't shift forward when changing focusing. 58mm filter thread and light. Yeah, bear in mind, light splash and small dust protecting rubber sealing. It also comes with a very cool looking and design matching all metal lens hood. Now, the most important new thing this lens comes with is a brand new design, magnetic lens cap. When I've heard about it, I thought it will never work. Disaster ready to happen and a reason to keep buying lens cap replacements. But you know what? It is very cool and it does work very well. If you can say that the lens cap actually works well. It attaches real solid to the lens, certainly with as much grip as any other traditional lens caps, and it is easier to attach. I'm sure that we all have been there when you just can't clip the lens cap on the lens, no matter what you do. Well, this one just sticks on. There will be a lens cap holder available to buy separately, which can be clipped to a back strap or clothing to hold the cap magnetically while the lens is being used. Absolute genius. Imagine that. But if for whatever reason you are not a fan, you don't like it, it comes with an old-fashioned squeezy lens cap as well. The value, it's not a cheap budget lens. It will retail for £549 here in UK, or approximately $639 in US. It's a great value for money though, and you are paying for small, light and premium quality lens that is capable of delivering premium results. Conclusion, this is a great little package, ideal size for any mirrorless camera, making it a really portable solution for mid-range prime shooting. Definitely one to consider for when you need to carry it with you for longer periods of time, because its size and weight, great for wedding photography, street photography, or as a versatile travel lens. It's a focal length good for anything from portrait to landscape, and with its f2 wide aperture lens delivering very nice bokeh and shallow depth of field. Sigma has got 35mm f1.4 and f1.2 lenses, which are superb, but also significantly bigger, heavier, and much more expensive. This little guy is really a right solution if any of those attributes don't appeal to you. I can't see high price tag appealing to anyone anyway. It is actually relatively cheap. I love it, and the results it delivers. Would I buy it? Yes, absolutely. In my opinion, it is a lens that it is easy to just throw in your bag for when you are on the move. Versatile, and one that will always be fun to shoot with. And this is it from me. If you like this video, then you know what to do. And if you like this kind of content, reviews, cameras, lenses, photo, video related gear, then please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. My name is Pav, and I'm a professional photographer and filmmaker, and on this a bit more interest, and it's easier to, meh. I never thought that I would ever say those words. Tiny lens from Sigma. This is relatively cheap. This is relatively cheap. I love it. Oh. Right, I think we're done. I can literally just switch it all off now and play some PlayStation. Yeah, you know, I've got a busy life.